Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Teresa. This is Lost My Thread. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because it's actually going to be a conversation between me and Renata, the Twilight Stitcher, as we talk about making the Myosotis dress by Deer and Doe. Renata and I were talking about doing a collaboration earlier this year, and we were thinking about which patterns we both wanted to make, and pretty quickly we both realized we were very much interested in making the Myosotis dress by Deer and Doe. We have both made our dresses, and we are together today to have a little video call that you're going to be sitting in on and listening into, and I hope you enjoy.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited to have the lovely Teresa here today.
Yes, and I have Renata.
Teresa and we collabed on this amazing dress that we're both wearing here, and I'm so excited to ask her some questions regarding her project and how much she loved it. Did she love it? I think she did. And ask her a lot about the fabric that she chose and so on. So I'm really happy to have Teresa here. So let's start right at the beginning. Guys, we made this beautiful Myosotis dress. It has been on the gram for a year or two, and we may be late, but we know we have some amazing videos and photos to share of this project. So Teresa, give me a little insight regarding this pattern. Why did you choose it? Talk about the fabric and just give me your whole thoughts on the pattern.
Okay, so as far as which pattern to choose when we were talking about it, this is one that's definitely been on my radar for a while. Like you said, it's not a new pattern. I have seen some incredible versions. The ones that I kind of spring to mind. Did you see Sarah, Naughty Gnome Crafts, did an amazing version. She did a collaboration with Tea of Crumpets Tea and Sewing. Both of them, when I saw theirs, that was I think the end of last year. Yeah. I thought, okay, I definitely need to make this dress at some point. There's also, do you know Marie Stitching Odyssey? I'm not sure if you know her on Instagram, but she has made loads of versions, and she has done what I have done and removed the collar. So I didn't copy her intentionally, but she has made some beautiful versions. And I will say, I think probably those are the top three that were making me think, okay, I need to give this one a go, because I like that it's a little bit more of a relaxed fit, but there's still a bit of shape going on there. I love these sleeves, which are going to be a little bit hard to show, but there's a nice gather on the sleeve to give it a bit of volume, which I really love. Exactly. There's a nice bell there. I like the V-neck with the button front. I just feel like there were so many nice details, the ruffles, the gathers, the frills, definitely the kind of thing that I wanted. And I felt like when I made mine, I definitely wanted some kind of fabric that would give that volume. I did think about making it in like a viscose rayon kind of fabric, but I thought that that would be great for the movement, but it wouldn't necessarily have the poof in the gathers that I wanted. So I wanted something with a little bit of structure to it, but I also wanted something lightweight, because I do feel like this is a really great summer option. So I went for this fabric, which came from Merchant and Mills. Merchant and Mills is a fabric shop in the UK, and they actually have this fabric made up in India. So they have some people that they work with who create the fabric for them. It's an organic cotton fabric. It is so lightweight. I feel like you would be comfortable in India in the heat in this fabric. And it is hand block printed, which is just, to me, the most incredible thing. I went to a block print exhibition, I feel like it was probably last year, and to see the craftsmanship that goes into it, it's literally like each color would have had to have been hand printed, shifted over, hand printed, and then the other colors layered on. Like, I cannot imagine how much work went into making this fabric. I love it. I love the design. I love the colors. The colors are very much my colors. So I'm technically a warm autumn, deep autumn color, and they're very much my kind of colors. And I feel like because it's lightweight and it's airy, I can wear it in the summer, but it could also very much go into autumn with some boots and tights. I feel like it would really transition well. And obviously I'd probably layer up a little bit underneath to make sure I'm not too chilly. But it is just such gorgeous fabric. The buttons as well came from Merchant and Mills. They're organic cotton, and they match just so well. You know, when you're just hoping.
I was about to say the buttons are on point. I love
I
the
know.
coloring. Every single color in your fabric is just beautiful and it's enticing. And I love the prints and the swirls. It's just
Yeah.
so relaxing, a little bohemian, but just really, really lovely. I really love that fabric.
Oh, thank you. I do too. And it just feels so lovely on
Mhm.
because it was hand block printed. They give you special instructions. You have to wash it with some salt and cool water for the first couple of washes to
So it
get the
sets
color to
in.
stay on. Exactly. And so I feel like it was nice to give the fabric a little TLC because it deserved
Uh-huh.
it. So I thought I'm going to go that extra mile for this beautiful fabric because it deserves it. And yeah, I'm so happy with the outcome. I love this dress. I know you love yours. It is just such a great pattern. It's so popular for a reason.
Mhm.
It's really, really good.
I just think yours is so bespoke, man, because you had it hand blocked and you
Yeah.
made it yourself. It fits your body. It's complete couture. Just, it looks amazing. And I just love the tone of that. Just really giving me some autumn vibes, man.
Yeah,
Pumpkin spice.
exactly. In the heat while I'm sweating, it's not autumnal around here either. It's there,
No,
I'm sure, but
but it definitely gives you that vibes. Apple pie.
exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
So, is there anything about this pattern that, you didn't like or you really love or you would make any alterations in a future make? Just what are your thoughts for, if you decide to make this again in 3 months or 4 months?
Yeah, so what I would say, so this one I did some adjustments to it already. So I made some alterations to this version. So like I said, I removed the collar because I made a muslin because I wanted to make sure I was not going to cut into this beautiful fabric without knowing it was going to fit. So I made a muslin and I felt like that collar section, it just felt a bit close on my neck. I don't know what it was. It was just, to me, the proportions didn't look right. Yours looks
Restrictive?
amazing. But yeah, for me, it just didn't feel comfortable. So I removed that. So I just did a facing inside, the whole
Okay.
inside, which was a really simple thing to do. I also added a little bit onto the pockets. So this has pockets, if we didn't say, because a
True.
good dress should always have pockets.
Exactly.
But I really hate a side seam pocket that just flops and moves around. So I
Mhm.
extended the side seam piece to go, or the pocket piece to go all the way up to the waist seam.
So it's
So it's
in
like a
there.
longer, so that way it's secured in there and it's not going to move around. What else did I do? I feel like I did something else. Let me just double check my notes because I'm
Go right
sure I
ahead.
did.
Go right ahead.
Oh yeah, big one. So I sized down from the recommended size. So I looked at what other people said, and I know a lot of people size down on their versions. So I thought, okay, well, I don't want it to be too baggy and too oversized. So I went down one size from what they had recommended, but I was a little bit worried then about getting it over my head. It might be a little bit too tight. So I actually put in an invisible zipper in the side seam just as like a bit of extra added security.
Just
I
in
do
case.
feel like I think it fits well like across the bust because that's the other thing too is Deer and Doe. I didn't know until recently they draft for a C bust cup, sewing cup.
Okay.
And so for like a 3 inch difference between the high and the full bust, and I have a 4 inch difference. And I thought, it'll probably be fine. And it actually, I think, is perfect because it is that little bit oversized. You've got that extra wiggle room. The only thing I will say is I think for me, the back, it's a
Hmm.
little tight when I kind of move and stretch forward. So for me, I feel like I probably would stick with the recommended size for a future version just for that movement. I mean,
So
it's
that
totally fine.
rotation in your sleeve,
Exactly.
bending, that sort of thing.
Exactly. So like when I'm going around my day to day, it's not a problem, but it's just for that little extra comfort. I would have preferred that little bit of extra space in the upper back area is probably what I would say. But those were the adjustments that I made. But otherwise, honestly, it was such a good pattern. I did not want to stray too far from the original design because I loved it so much.
Oh my gosh, I just cannot wait to see your full photo shot of this because I can just see you in some really nice brown shoes or boots or a little bootie and then a really nice basket because it's still
Mhm.
warm over there and probably a hat that would just
Oh my
complete
gosh, you're having a whole scene here. I'm not sure if I'm going to live up to this whole picture, but that sounds wonderful.
it
I was
would look so awesome.
Oh, I was going to say to you something I haven't done yet, but I'm planning to do, Renata, and I hope you take this as a compliment because I really want to do this as like an honor to you. I want to try and do a 360.
Oh Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love doing my 360. I just think it really helps people to visualize how it falls on the human form, regardless of size. You can just kind of imagine how it would look. And I think those are awesome.
I'm
Yay!
so excited. So if anyone's watching my channel doesn't know, can you explain what the 360 is?
Okay, so basically, I have always done a video twirl from head to toe and showing as much detail. And in my videos, I really just, talk about the pattern. And then closer towards the end, I give you all a 360 view. So you see me walking and just a beautiful, like a snapshot, like a little lookbook of the project and how someone would be wearing it and walking. So it's just like a little book showing you the actual outfit on me, not just standing in front of the camera, but totally out in real life,
Yeah.
moving and twirling.
I love it so much. And I feel like you can get such a better idea of what it really would be like to see it in person. Because, like you said, you can see the movement, you can see how the fabric moves as you move around and how it sort of drapes on your body as you're moving.
And
Well, I hope you enjoy it when I do mine.
I know it will be awesome.
So I think you asked as well about like potential future versions as well. So as far as things that I would do next time, because I definitely want to make this one again. I'm
Yes.
very much this is happening again. I would actually really like to try extending the button placket all the way down because it's just on the top of the bodice and then the skirt is just gathered sections. And I would really like to see it buttoned all the way down so then I can take it off like that a bit more easily without having to add a side zipper. So I feel like I'm good to go. As far as fabrics, I really do need to make a viscose version because I think Sarah, Naughty Gnome Crafts, when she did hers, I'm pretty sure hers was the viscose.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful. Like, I just love that you can make something with a different fabric and you can get just a completely different feel from it.
I know. I mean, pattern pairing, that fabric choice is really key. It's like a color blocking in a sense, because if you choose the right fabric and the print, you get a whole different vibe from it. Like right now, I'm looking at yours and I'm like, oh my gosh, you need a really thick leather belt with that thing because it's gonna be amazing.
This is the thing, you can just change it completely. One thing I would say with this one is for me, it ended up a little shorter than I expected.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm totally happy with it. And I don't think it's like too revealing, but I was just surprised. I think in photos, I think a lot of people have actually lengthened it more than they might have mentioned. Because I
That's true.
probably in future might lengthen the first tier before adding the bottom one on just a
That's
little
a
bit.
good thing because while searching and just looking at some of them, I see some people there's like a little like an arc like on their top, and I'm like, did I do something different or did they tweak the pattern a little bit before? Because it's like there's just like this really subtle
Yeah.
arcing, and I'm like, mine doesn't look that way.
And people don't always share the details. That's the thing. And that's what I love about YouTube is we can just get right into the details because we know that the people watching want to know every little detail. I know I do when I watch the videos.
Definitely
So you get
helps,
to show much more detail.
and I try my best because I don't want people to be like shocked when they're like, "What? I thought you said," because that's really why they come to the channels for insight, guidance, and I think that's why I do my videos, and I know that's why you do yours as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So
this is awesome.
I would definitely recommend this pattern. Anyone who's been curious about it, you've got two more people now telling you they love it. It's great. I would say that it is, I think, suitable for a beginner. I know Probably, there's gathers and there's buttons, but honestly, you got to do those things at some point. And I think just go for it. I don't think they're hard necessarily. I think once you have good instructions, because the instructions in this thing were seriously good. Like
I
I was
was
very
about to
impressed.
ask you what your thoughts
Yeah.
were on the the level of
Yeah.
the SOIS, as well as the instructions, and how would a beginner consider the instructions? So it's
Yeah,
nice to dive
exactly.
right into it.
I know. I'm just excited about this pattern, honestly, because I mean, I'm sure you've seen my videos before. I can be quite critical. I don't mean to be critical in a negative way, but I feel like I want to be honest with people. And if there are things that I think could be better, I'm going to say it. But I don't genuinely think there was anything in these instructions that I would say could be better. They're really good diagrams, really clear to follow. And I do think if you are new to sewing, if you follow the instructions, I think you would honestly be totally fine. And
Yeah.
especially if you go with the recommended size that's a little bit oversized, that just gives you that bit of extra space just in case things don't,
Don't
you know,
pan out right.
exactly. You got that little bit of extra room to move maneuver around. But I'm definitely planning to make more of this dress at some point, but I'm just going to be keeping my eye out for the right fabric because that is the thing where I feel like it would just make such a difference.
Do you have any thoughts regarding like the colors or the pattern that you'd like to make in the future?
Ooh, see, this is the thing, because one of the things I wanted to make this dress forever, and when we were not forever, it's only been out for so long, but since I've seen some good versions, and when we started talking about wanting to do it together, I was honestly like looking around and just not sure what to make it in, like what would have the qualities that I would want. I do think it would be really beautiful in, like I said, like a viscose, maybe something a bit more floral. So this has like kind of a flower pattern, but more just like a proper bold
Pop
flower
up
pattern.
colors, yeah, blooms.
Exactly. Something quite light as well for summer. Light tones, I think, would work really well with it as well. But I do think this one, like I said, with boots and tights, you could totally wear it into the cooler months as well. So I would be very interested to make it in something a little bit thicker. Even like a corduroy, I think would be pretty cool. Like a solid colored
Especially
corduroy.
if you go all the way down with the buttons in the front.
Exactly. So it just turns it into more like a proper shirt dress, which I think would be a really cool option as well.
And then the sleeves, oh my gosh, that's cool. Probably put a little gather in here and a bow or something.
Yes,
That'd be
yes.
awesome.
I totally want to copy what you've done on your sleeves. You guys are gonna have to watch Renata's video to get the details about hers because her version looks so beautiful. I know you're gonna want to know all about it.
Yes, awesome. Well, Teresa, thank you so much for saying yes to this collaboration. I had such a wonderful time, and I'm so glad that you said yes. So, guys, don't forget to check out all of Teresa's videos. They are very informative and they are just amazing. And yes, she may be critical. Trust me, she isn't. She's just giving you all the info that you really need to know so you can make an informed decision when sewing one of those patterns that she recommends. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day and we'll talk to you real soon.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching that call as much as we enjoyed having it. Please do make sure you head over to Renata's channel so that you can see the other way around, where I ask her about her version of the Myosotis dress. It was so much fun to get to talk to her. If you are not familiar with her channel, you need to check it out. She makes some beautiful outfits. She uses incredible fabrics, and she always goes into so much detail about everything that she makes, giving you a full 360 view so that you can see what it looks like with the movement on the full body. Please do check her out if you're not familiar with her already. And if you do, please say hi from me so that she knows that you've come over from my channel. And if you came over from her channel, please let me know in the comments down below. It would be really fun to know that people are checking each other's videos out. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe down below. I'll be seeing you all soon. Bye.